Third grade teacher gets charged with horrifying crime.
Was he laying here in bed and you moved him over off the ground?
It's Fuzzy Friday. It's Furry Friday. I tried to come up with acronym in my head. Is it acronym? Is that the word I'm looking for? It's Fabulous Friday.
And when I got up,
it's not an acronym. It's a metaphor. It's not an alliteration, chat. You're all wrong. It's not an alliteration.
and that's when I saw the blood. And
okay.
he goes like this. I said, what did you do? What did you do? I'm sorry, I didn't. I failed. I'm sorry. I didn't.
This is what got me hella confused.
Okay.
If I was you, I'd be like, what the why would you clean him up? I mean, that's one thing I think is kind of little,
On November 29th,
What?
2020, police are called to the home of a distressed woman in Farmington, New Mexico, following a horrific discovery. Her husband has died. Right away, his injuries raised chilling questions, and investigators are left with the daunting task of uncovering the truth about his demise.
I'm just going to say this now, since everybody's recording. If you ever find me with multiple stab wounds in my chest, I didn't do it myself.
The following
Bro knew.
is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the morning of November 29, 2020, around 5:40 a.m., authorities respond to a 911 call made by 47-year-old Heather Fernandez Hofer, a third-grade teacher, to report the death of her 49-year-old husband, Robert Hofer. Officers find her waiting for them outside her home.
Where is he, ma'am? Keep the door open. We have an officer coming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Live, laugh, love, religious house, red flag.
Ma'am, did you see what happened? Where's the blood coming from on him? On his chest?
And I fell asleep on the couch and I came in here and he was on the floor.
You're all gonna leave this door.
Ma'am, can you watch out?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you could always tell when someone's fake crying when they do the thing with their voice. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times when we see people fake cry, they always do like the yodel, the cry yodel. I'm so sad.
Let me check his pulse.
He's cold.
He's cold?
Old.
When did you last see him?
About 3. And I came in just now. And I guess he got his razor out. I don't know what he did. I don't know.
You have any medical conditions, or what was he suffering from?
I don't know. I got up earlier and we were hanging out in his computer room. And
Why is she like looking around for stuff?
he wanted to fight. I need him to fight. And then I brought him to bed and he's like, it hurts.
His chest?
And I took his shirt off. And I don't know where I took it off. And I tried to clean it.
It's okay. Do you want to have a seat for me?
Clean what?
Cut himself with?
He said one of the steak knives, but I couldn't have.
Okay, let's not go reach around. I just want you to get cut, ma'am.
He cut himself? Is that what she's saying?
Say again?
I don't want you reaching around.
And then she admitted that she cleaned it up? Why would you not just, call an ambulance? if your husband cut himself with the steak knife? You know? Crazy.
Just in case you get cut, okay?
Was he suicidal?
Not that I know of. And when I got up,
Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? No tears. Just screams.
No, the lacerations I'm seeing are deep enough and have a lot of blood protruding, but
it's the thing. It's not. They weren't deep. They're not deep enough to kill him.
what medication does he take, ma'am?
Why did you call the ambulance?
Is his medication up here?
I don't want him to be like that, and I know he.
We're gonna take care of him. We're gonna respect him. We're gonna take care of him for you.
There's a whole lot more.
106, I believe they're pulling up right now.
Oh, it's oh my for that. Okay.
What did she just say? Not deep enough to kill him? Yeah, I think that's trying to be her excuse to not take him to the, or not call an ambulance, not call 911. Well, it wasn't deep enough to kill him, so I didn't think we should have called 911.
I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what he did. I don't know.
It's okay.
We're gonna have somebody come and look at him, but we're gonna try and move him to a more accessible place.
Yeah, honestly, if, you know, normally you would think if people commit suicide, I don't think they would stab themselves in the chest to do it. That's not normally like a suicide thing to do. You know what I mean? Like people commit suicide, the first thing that comes to mind isn't just stabbing themselves not deep enough to kill themselves in the chest. You know.
Is there any way that I can get you to step out and we're gonna end up coming out that way? Or do you want to wait until we move?
Yeah, most people pick the quote unquote easier route.
Him. It's up to you. You can stay with him. It's just
4106.
Man, we can't cover him with a blanket, unfortunately.
we're gonna have to move him out because our medical examiners are gonna examine him. Okay.
Eventually, the officers are able to move Heather from the room. Due to the location of Robert's body, the officers decide to use a blanket to shift him so there's easier access to the door, a choice they may soon come to regret.
We got him out of the door.
Huh?
They can come in.
As one of the officers takes a closer look at Robert's body, they make a shocking discovery, now realizing that this case is far more serious than they first believed.
Is it deep?
Actually, that one is pretty decent.
Like a puncture, huh?
Yeah, 2 punctures.
Damn it.
Got the puncture. Got the puncture. Got the puncture.
Oh man, we might have to call detectives. Call Sarge.
Yeah.
I know he's big.
He's gonna meet you here.
Okay.
I was about to question her talking about, oh, I know he's big, and you're laughing? She's laughing?
Got the puncture.
Oh man, we might have to call detectives. Call Sarge.
Yeah.
I know he's big.
He's gonna meet you here.
Okay. I'll be back, okay, Heather?
Yikes.
We might have to call detectives. Yeah, I will. Close the
Big
door.
yikes.
Hey, look, people, we're gonna figure out, okay?
After notifying the sergeant about their discovery,
Big
the other
yikes.
residents of the home are informed about Robert's passing.
Yeah, what happened to the tears? What happened to the...
Heather's 28-year-old
I'm
son,
so
Tyler
sad.
Hartzell, emerges from a back bedroom he shares with his girlfriend, Elizabeth Pinto, and their 2 children, including a
What?
6-day-old baby.
What?
My mama hug.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see how we went.
Oh, mama, mama, mama. Oh, mama.
Wait, what happened? You you weren't crying earlier. You were just sitting down laughing about how big he is. Now all of a sudden you're crying.
I'm right here, okay? Let go. I love you, Mama. I love you, Mama.
Me thinks there's something sus.
Come on. Come on, Mama.
Chat, you think she's the imposter?
I'm gonna make you some coffee.
I love you.
You're laughing again!
Mama, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette so I can calm down.
Yes, outside, sir. Yeah, I have to brush my teeth.
That's what you're concerned with?
Sorry.
We're just gonna follow you around everywhere.
That's fine. I don't care.
When detectives arrive,
What happened to the tears? Weren't you just crying with your son?
at the home, the investigation into Robert's unusual death begins in earnest, starting with requesting permission to search the residence.
Are you okay to give?
So,
Our
That's
purpose,
fine.
because of what
That's-
because
yeah.
of the circumstances, these are
Right.
this isn't abnormal. Okay, this isn't
Right.
a normal death. So we want to
this is not
make
a normal
sure.
death? No.
Well, no, right.
No.
This is not right. So this is what we're trying to say is that you have rights. Okay.
Right. You guys
But
are
she
right.
doesn't have emotions. I'll tell you that much. She may have rights, but she don't got emotions at all.
Okay.
But I have to throw a little.
She's not
disclaimer
human.
out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
My big kids are potheads.
That's okay.
Dude, just cuff her. Cuff her. Just get her out of here. Get her out of here. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Get her out of here.
Yeah, we're not interested in any of that.
I just had to. I had to. You know, that
No,
was the
that's-
whole look
yeah.
on my face.
Yeah.
You know, I know you guys have to find everything and search everything, but
Yeah. We're not concerned with that.
And that's what she's concerned with right now.
However, soon after Heather gives her consent to search the house, the officers make a concerning discovery, the details of which will come to light later. For now, they realize that nothing is quite as it seems, and they ask Heather, her son Tyler, and his girlfriend Elizabeth to head down to the Farmington police station. A convoluted story will soon emerge, leaving the detectives with the difficult task of uncovering the truth.
So, based on
It's not that difficult. I mean, I'll be honest, it's not that difficult. There's a dead body with stab wounds. She didn't call the cops, even though that she knew that he cut himself with a steak knife. She didn't have any tears. She laughed multiple times. Yeah.
everything that we've looked at so far, I wanted to just interview you further. I think it's appropriate that I advise you of your rights. Okay. So what?
being charged with anything.
You're not being charged with anything. We don't have any charges against you. But again, I'm here. I've got to find out what happened. Okay. And in order to do that, I have to be more thorough in my questioning.
Yeah.
After agreeing to waive her rights, Heather gives some
Yeah, chat, there's a lot to this video, apparently. We're only 10 minutes into a hour-long video, so there's definitely something going on.
background
He's
about
got an autism shirt.
her relationship with Robert. Heather works as a third-grade
He must have taken the Tylenol, chat.
teacher and at the local library. It was there that she met Robert about a year ago. The two had just married on September 5th, 2020, around 12 weeks earlier. Heather then begins to recount the events of the evening, beginning with her and Robert spending time together while he played the video game Fallout. She says the only time she left his side that night was to warm him up some pie.
Based
We did have a drink.
game.
Okay. What did you have to drink?
Gin and ginger ale.
Okay, both of you?
Yes.
Just one drink?
Mm-hmm.
Each of you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys, at some point, did you move from the office to the? Did he move from the office to the bedroom? What happened?
Yes,
Okay.
I walked his.
Walked him over to the bedroom. Okay, from the office. And you said something to the effect that he was complaining of some pain.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Describe that again.
It hurts. It hurts. I'm like, what?
Uh-huh.
You know, because he One day it's his elbow, and one day it's this. You know, he kind of, you know.
Okay.
So I was like, what hurts? What hurts?
And did he tell you?
Not at that time, no.
Okay, he just says it hurts. Was he pointing to anything when he said it hurts? Okay, and you didn't inquire any further?
He doesn't seem too bothered of the situation.
Other than what you just said,
Yeah.
you asked him and he didn't explain?
He didn't explain.
Okay.
It sounds like you're victim blaming a little
Instead
bit.
of joining her husband in bed, Heather went out to the couch to scroll on her phone before returning to the bedroom to use the bathroom.
And what happened then?
And that's when I saw the blood.
And did you call the
And was he
cops?
awake or sleeping when you saw the blood?
He was awake because it's like it hurt again. He said that's when he said it hurt again. And I took his shirt off, which you guys have, the shirt and the jacket.
The location of Robert's shirt had been brought up earlier by the initial officers on the scene. At first, Heather couldn't remember where she put the shirt before cleaning.
I bet she used VATS to kill him. No. Reported. Banned.
Robert's wounds.
But we can't really go touching anything or moving around clothes, okay? At this point. But you said you took it off of him before he went back to bed? Yeah. Okay, so Heather, like I said, we don't need to dig around. If you know where it's at, we'll just...
Heather, we'll just wait in the kitchen.
I feel like that's probably
That's
it.
his.
Okay, we'll go ahead and look at it and we'll pull it out when detectives get here, okay, Heather?
We'll just wait in the kitchen, okay, ma'am?
Heather, we're just gonna step out this way, okay? I think that's probably gonna be it, but we're not gonna touch anything, okay?
I can't remember the shirt.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Like, I don't understand this VATS reference. It's a Fallout reference.
That's the shirt. I'll just put it on the bed, that's fine.
And I cleaned him up.
And you didn't call the cops then?
And I'm like, what
Or
did
the
you do?
ambulance?
What did you do?
Uh-huh. And what did he say?
He used the steak knife.
He said that?
Yeah.
Yet when deputies first arrived on the scene, Heather speculated about what Robert may have used.
I guess he got his razor out. I don't know what he did.
So it's like, if you were to do your best to quote what he said to you, what exactly did he say to you at that point? He's saying it hurts, and you said, what did you do?
Yeah.
And then what did he say?
And that's when I saw the blood.
Okay.
And he goes like this. I said, what did you do? What did
I just don't understand what her idea is. Is she trying to make it out to say that he stabbed himself multiple times in the chest and then complained slightly, oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. I'm pretty sure if you got stabbed in the fucking chest, you wouldn't just be going, oh, man, it hurts a little bit. Oh, man. Ooh, that hurts. Ooh.
you do? And he, does the whole gesture.
Uh-huh.
And when, where, what? And that's when he said he's the steak knife.
Okay. When do you think this happened? When do you think that the lacerations occurred? When do you think?
Had to be before he went to bed around 11 or midnight.
So sometime like after pie and sometime before bed?
Yeah.
Okay. But to be clear, you didn't see him do this?
I didn't see him do it.
Okay.
With Heather unable to say when Robert's injuries occurred, detectives also questioned
Yeah, I'm also certain that, if someone stabs himself, there wouldn't be a peep of noise. You wouldn't hear him go, ouch, or oof, or owie. Like you would think that he would have some type of noise, right? Thank you, Chaotic Dirt Wizard, for 17 months.
the other two adults
But he
in the
was
home,
just silent.
starting with
Completely
Heather's
silent.
son, Tyler. His testimony will eventually prove to be the most enlightening, but likely not in the way anyone anticipated. Tyler explains that in March he suffered a traumatic
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about. It's like, if there were people in the house when this happened, would they not have heard, ouchies, oof, ow, you're stabbing me, oh, like what normal people do?
brain injury when he fell off a longboard and now takes medication at night, which
Chat, this is why you should wear a helmet, all right?
he says knocks him out completely.
I don't know what happened when I went to bed, if like they started arguing. I'm not saying my mom's guilty, don't think I am, but I, of course, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't think she did it when I don't know what happened, you know?
With this interesting beginning to Tyler's interview, investigators ask him about the dynamics of his mother's relationship with Robert.
How are things between your mom and Robert? They've always been really good, you know, like every time, like even if I'd start getting frustrated with my mom about something, Robert would always come and defend her, and he'd be like, she's my wife, so like I have to do what she wants, you know? They were always
Does that mean they have a good relationship?
really cool. I never heard them fight. I never even had the, like, I think they're fighting, or none of that really ever happened. They're really sexual, though. I know that because me and my mom got that kind of relationship. Because she was saying, like, when they search my house, they're going to find some stuff. And I was like, oh.
Ew. Ew, what the fuck? What? I'm sorry, buddy. I don't think that's normal to have a relationship with your mom where she tells you about her sexual activities. What the fuck?
Mama, she's like, oh, I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Ew, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck is that shit? Ew, that is disgusting.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Investigators also spoke with Elizabeth, Tyler's girlfriend, and she shared her thoughts about Heather and Robert's relationship.
To kind of go off of that, how would they treat each other?
Really good. Like they'd be together all the time, and you know they always had a really good time with whatever they were doing.
Elizabeth, Tyler, and their 2 small children had moved into Heather and Robert's house in September, about 2 months earlier.
But how did Elizabeth not hear anything? Because he was knocked out on meds. But how did she not hear anything?
Heather was financially supporting her son and his children, along with Robert, who had lost his job at the library due to COVID. He'd previously worked as a nuclear operator on submarines during his time with the Navy.
Yo, that's pretty cool.
In an EWU exclusive interview, Sonia, Robert's sister, gave some insight into how Tyler and Elizabeth ended up living with Heather and Robert.
When he realized that Tyler's girlfriend was several months pregnant and they didn't have transportation, she needed to go to doctor's appointments, and so Robert talked Heather into them going down to Albuquerque and moving Tyler and his girlfriend to Farmington to live with them.
What has it been like? What's been the atmosphere?
It's pretty good. They're just all. It's kind of like a honeymoon thing. Like they're all over each other, but they've also been like that since they've gotten together and as relationships.
You know, you mentioned kind of honeymoonish, so
yeah.
You know that usually doesn't entail any arguing. Have you noticed any arguing or anything like that?
Not really.
Okay.
Occasional.
Damn, he was a chill dude then? Yeah.
Or simple little things like that, but I've never really seen them actually argue and get mad at each other.
Okay.
Back in her interview, Heather describes Robert's wounds, which she examined after removing his shirt and cleaning them.
God damn.
Were they bleeding? And I know this is hard, but I gotta ask the hard questions. How bad were they bleeding when you saw them?
I love how he said these are going to be hard questions, and she's like, "Oh, act like you're expressing emotions. Oh, show an emotion. I know. Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
When you mean not bad, was there just a little bit of blood coming out, or were they bleeding at all, or
just a little bit of blood? That's how it looks.
Just kind of oozing out a little bit, or just kind of slowly coming out, but not.
Yeah, I'm sure a stab wound that deep was just a little bit of blood coming out.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing like that. Okay. So he was bleeding. Okay.
And you guys saw the blood on the bed.
Yeah. There's not a lot of blood.
And she didn't call 911.
No.
Yeah.
Heather wasn't the only one to believe that Robert's wounds weren't serious, at least at first.
Me and my dad up. He was lying right here. Door was cracked about this much for us to walk in over him. And then the wounds look super superficial. Like they're scratches. Okay.
The investigators currently at Heather's house at the same time that her interview was taking place also noted that there wasn't very much blood in the bedroom.
I don't know how you get face down here.
With no blood?
Right, because to move, you have to be what?
Alive.
Alive,
And
right?
moving.
And if you're alive and you're now face down, what are you going to do? bleed, right? So I don't know how you get from the bed alive, here dead, face down, and with no blood anywhere.
Yeah, I
The
wonder
mystery
why.
of the lack of blood would eventually be solved. But for now, Heather continues with
It's
the
almost like she
timeline of
cleaned it up.
events. It's soon that the first concerning discrepancy emerges.
You mentioned that since he had wet the bed, you weren't going to sleep in the bed.
No, I went back to the couch.
You went back to the couch.
Heather had mentioned Robert wetting the bed earlier while waiting for detectives to arrive.
So then you went back to sleep on the sofa again?
On the sofa. Yeah, because he peed.
What the?
Sorry.
He peed in the bed.
Yes.
Is that normal for him?
No.
No.
I was mad.
He's fucking bleeding! And he pissed the bed and you're mad? That's your... Dude, I don't understand how anyone is even acting like this is a remotely, like, confusing case. Like, she's so fucking stupid, and it's so obvious. I know we have hindsight because the title, but Jesus Christ.
Sorry, bad words. Truth comes out. I ain't laying in the piss bed.
How did you find him when you went in there at 5?
He was face down.
Okay.
He was, the school laptop that was in there. He was his face down on there.
So his face was on that? Okay.
Yeah. And he was on the ground, of course. So I rolled him over. And
Postpartum urination. Well, yeah, that's probably why he wet the bed. But I'm just saying, like, you know, her logic, her alibi is so fucking bad.
Take your time. Here's it too.
Yeah.
he had puked.
Okay.
And you still didn't call.
And just obviously.
According to police documents, they never located any vomit in the bedroom.
Postpartum is pregnancy? Yeah. He was pregnant. Wait, did you guys miss that part? He was pregnant in the bed, and that's why he pissed. His water broke. You guys missed that part, didn't you? His water broke. Yeah, he's impreg. You guys must have missed that little detail.
Heather has also made it clear that she discovered Robert unresponsive on the ground around 5 a.m.
Haven't seen a
But in
single
Elizabeth's
tear yet.
interview, she recounts hearing something that may put this claim in question.
Well, I wake up with the baby and everything, and so that was up a couple times throughout the night. I didn't hear anything, and then I think around 4:30 or 5. I'm not exactly too sure the time.
4:30 or 5? Okay.
It was about that time.
Okay.
I heard Heather crying, and she called somebody, or I'm pretty sure she called you guys.
Elizabeth recalls hearing crying sometime before Heather's 911 call, which came in at 5:42 a.m., begging the question, is the timeline wrong, or is something missing from Heather's story?
And since the time you have known him, or that you've been with him, he's made no...
I mean, I don't know. Maybe, like, she killed him in a way where he didn't really, like, wake up or realize what was happening, so he didn't make much noise. I don't know. Trying to, like, figure out how there wasn't, like, some sort of, like, loud struggle or something.
No mention of any suicide, or he's had no suicidal tendencies or ideations.
No.
He hasn't been...
Not since we've been together, no.
And he's not on any medication for depression or anything like that?
No.
Right from the meds?
Okay.
Oh, that's true. I wonder, yeah, if he's, like, on some giga sleep meds or something like that, or she spiked his drink.
In his interview, Tyler...
What if she spiked his drink with her son's medication? So he was, like, knocked out completely. Because her son was talking about how he's on this medication that completely knocks him out. Hold up.
shared something similar.
So he's never made comments to you about him wanting
could be
to
in the
hurt himself
pie.
recently, and you didn't see anything
No.
unusual in the last couple of days.
No.
Or anything like that. Okay. No argument, no fight, or anything like that. Okay.
That's why I don't understand. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
You know, just like
the
when
cry
we were
again.
eating and he was
Do the,
he's like, I finally found my person. Well, you married me, and he has Asperger's. Well,
Yeah.
Asperger's, right?
Yeah.
And I love you, you know?
Yeah.
And we were talking about how, like, we finally found our person.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
Poor Robert, man. I married the most compassionate and kind woman I've ever met today. Truly a lovely, caring woman. I also gained a grandson and 3 amazing. Poor Robert, man.
Would you say he seemed happy last night going to bed? There was no issues.
He's been happy.
Okay.
He's been so happy.
It seems Robert's sister Sonia agreed with Heather about this.
I can tell you for sure that during the last 12 months of his life since he met Heather, that was the happiest period of his entire life.
Oh,
He was working
God.
at the Farmington Public Library, and a mutual friend introduced
so
him
sad,
to
dude.
Heather. They hit it off, and it was just this amazing relationship.
During their investigation,
He
authorities
seems
tracked
like
down
such a
Robert's
nice
first
dude.
wife, who shared that they'd remained in sporadic contact, occasionally messaging over Facebook. In fact, she'd received a concerning message from him about 1.5 years earlier.
In 2019, he sends just this. I did not cut deep enough.
I'm making a mess.
So seeing this bothered me. And clearly,
2019, June of 2019.
Yes.
Okay.
If I had seen this,
Yeah.
I would have reached out to him. I mean, this was bothersome to me.
Is that the last messages?
That's the last.
Interesting.
It says I didn't I didn't cut deep enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't say if he's cutting someone.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what he's cutting.
What he's cutting. Yeah.
It doesn't say once I calmed down a little bit and breathed through it, I'm like, he's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have been talking about, cutting tomatoes.
Cooking or something.
Right.
Yeah.
With this odd final message from Robert in mind, the investigators asked his ex-wife about his mental health.
When you guys were together, was he ever depressed enough that he would talk about suicide or anything like that?
I would say that I think he probably did really suffer from depression. And like I said, he started drinking heavily, and he would call very sad and tearful. He never ever mentioned that he was going to hurt himself
Suicide or
anything like that.
Tyler had also been aware of Robert's drinking.
Does he drink a lot? He drinks every night. How much do you see? From what you can see. I've seen them drink 2/5 Crown Royal.
God damn.
Who's they? Him and my mom. Oh, between each other? Mm-hmm. He drinks 1/5 of vodka pretty much every night.
Yo!
Or a 12-pack of beer every day.
Jesus Christ.
I've never seen him.
Bro's a professional alcoholic. Oh my. That is wild.
Go a day without drinking.
When investigators accessed Heather's text messages,
That's
they
some
revealed that she
professional
was
shit.
more than aware of Robert's alcohol consumption. In one message, Heather wrote to Robert, "You know you can't be drinking because I can't take her tonight, right?" To which he replied, "Yes, dear." Another time, Robert told Heather that he felt terrible, and she replied, "I'm sure you did nothing but drink all day yesterday. What did you expect? You planning on drinking today?" On other occasions, Heather asked Robert to promise me no booze and to please take it easy. In her interview, Sonia, Robert's sister, also mentioned his struggles with alcohol.
He struggled with alcoholism his entire life, and he always felt kind of socially on the outside. And the reason why is we are confident that he had undiagnosed Asperger's.
She also shared that Robert left the Navy and then worked at Fuji.
He was with that job for a while and then had a fallout from that job. And so then he moved back home. And then just during those years, the alcoholism just really built up because he was so unhappy and not making progress in his life like he wanted.
The detective speaking with Heather won't confront her about this.
That's just rude. If you have such a problem with it, get some help. Okay, it's not that simple. Especially with alcoholism, you need to understand that it's same with drugs. It's not a... You need to understand when people suffer from alcoholism and shit like that, a lot of times they're suffering from depression as well, which means you don't want to take care of yourself and you don't want to get better. Same with drugs. Like, the reason people suffer from that is because they're like, oh, I am a piece of shit. I'm just going to keep drinking because I'm a piece of shit. And then other people get mad at you. It's like, please don't do this. It's like, no, I'm going to do it because I am a piece of shit. I fucking, it's a cycle. You know what I mean? Like, it's rough. You need the thing is, it's really hard for people to do it themselves. You need a good support system to boost you in order to do something like that. It's really hard to, just for yourself do it. You know what I mean?
Yet, and takes a break.
Talking about her, not him? Oh, okay.
Returning with a new set of questions for her.
Now you didn't.
Oh, like her not getting him help. Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, definitely.
Didn't see anything. He didn't make any mention to you.
No.
But so that's telling me that something happened before he went to bed. This all would have had to have happened before he went to bed. If what you're telling me is true. Otherwise, there might be something else that we find out later that might be different. But from your statement alone, you're saying that it's pointing towards something happened probably in that office?
Probably.
Okay.
But like I didn't see anything. I don't know when he did this. I see nothing. I did not see him do this.
Okay.
Earlier, Heather had stated that there was only one time Robert was alone that evening before going to bed.
So he wanted pie.
Yeah, who doesn't want pie?
I love
Dude, her demeanor is so fucking, cold in this situation.
So, you warmed him some pie.
Right.
Okay. And then he ate the pie?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he went to bed?
Heather says that the only time Robert could have hurt himself was while she was warming up the pie. However, this would mean that his injuries would have had to have gone unnoticed for hours prior to going to bed. As well, the steak knives are kept in the kitchen, and so she would have likely seen him grab one.
I'm a little concerned as well with why you first see his injuries and then don't do anything.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were that bad.
Finally, someone asked that question.
I really don't. They didn't look deep.
Okay. But he's complaining that he's hurting prior to bed.
I didn't see him when he went to bed. That's the thing.
Though Heather is stating this now, it isn't what she said earlier.
And then he went to bed about 11 or midnight. That's about as far as you and I got earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what happened after that?
And then he said, that's when he was like, it hurts. I was like, what are you talking about? It hurts. And I saw blood on him. And I took his shirt off, cleaned it up.
Since her questioning at the station began, Heather has stated that she cleaned Robert's wounds when she went into the bedroom around 3 a.m.
I'm still just, I don't know. I'm trying to think what would cause her to do this. Was she just fed up with this alcoholism?
However, initially she said she cleaned his wounds when he first went to bed. The deviations in her story only become more alarming from here.
Okay, but...
You know what I mean? I did not see him.
Right, you didn't see the injuries before bed, but you hear him...
Or anything.
Yeah, but you heard him complain. He said he was hurt, his chest hurt.
Didn't you just say that you cleaned his cuts?
But he gets like that when he gets his migraines.
Right.
And,
so that's understood. But then when you went in the next
insurance.
Time, and he says according to you, he says they're self-inflicted. In any case, that's cause for concern. Okay, right. I would kind of liken it. I'm married. I also have kids. If anyone in my family, if I found that they stabbed themselves, if they said they stabbed themselves with a steak knife, I would be concerned. I would, because I would be concerned that
The only logical reason for her not to call 911, the only thing that would make sense is if she says, I didn't want to pay the medical bills. That's all she has to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would be so good at getting away with murder, chat, because you'd be like, oh, why did you call 911? Oh, I didn't want to pay the medical bills. Boom. Boom.
They might have some injuries, okay? And even if they're superficial, my next concern would be, I don't want to leave them so that they can potentially harm themselves
bother
again,
anyone, yeah,
or more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I know.
So how do you explain that?
Honestly, I didn't think they were that bad. I didn't realize that they were as bad as they were. I didn't realize.
Okay,
it.
Dexter Morgan.
Didn't?
Yeah, I watch what's it, American Psycho, and I root for the main character. You know, I root for him.
During her initial statement,
I'm one of
Heather
those
had explained
guys.
her reasoning.
I'm one of those alpha males that sees all the shit he does. Like, God, he's so fucking cool. He's so smart and cool. He's just like me.
I didn't think it was that. I really didn't think it was that bad. You know, because the steak knife, you really can't. I didn't. You know, they're not even like. Sure. And I didn't notice any of them missing. I knew.
Is Fight Club your favorite movie because they're your role models? How did you know? How did you know? Let's see your business card, Pig. Let's see Paul Allen's card.
So I was like,
And what about
Very
the
nice.
discussion, like after he said he stabbed himself with the steak knife? What then? I mean, you just what happened?
I didn't see any steak knife missing. You know, that's the thing.
But obviously he cut himself with something. Like, what was? You didn't any further say, why are you doing this?
I didn't.
Let's get you some help.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I failed. I'm sorry. I didn't.
The whereabouts
You seem really crushed, honestly. You seem very upset and sad.
of the steak knife was a main concern when detectives first arrived at Heather's home, and after she gave them permission to search for it, they made a startling discovery.
Where's that? In the kitchen.
And then with the rest of the knives.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Did
We haven't yet.
Okay. We're gonna pull everybody out. We're just gonna get a search warrant.
Okay.
At this point.
So you don't want to leave this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
For now, and we'll go from there.
I documented where it was at, so today.
Okay.
So I guess I'm okay with them dragging up themselves, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but that was in with the rest of the knives.
Yeah, this was in with all the knives, so I started pulling from the top down.
That doesn't make sense either.
And it was.
Why would it be there?
Yeah.
They were stashed on with everything else. I can't tell like any ridge or anything, but just the depth of it. It's about there.
Yeah.
Because everything else there's clean.
Yeah.
It was this discovery that prompted the detectives to bring Heather, Tyler, and Elizabeth in for questioning. According to Tyler, Heather had been aware of this finding.
What did your mom tell you? My mom said that he got stabbed, or he stabbed himself, something like that. But I don't know. We were on the way over here. She's like, I don't know what happened. He had some puncture wounds, and they found the knife, and he pissed himself. And that's all I really remember.
They found a knife?
They found the knife in like the butcher block. That's what she told me.
And the other issue I have with that is why is there not a knife missing?
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying? If he did this to himself,
I really feel like he was drugged. Yeah, I feel like that theory makes a lot of sense because the sun has drugs that knocks you out. I feel like fits that.
Why would he put a knife back?
I don't know. See, that's the thing is I don't know. I know I didn't do this.
Okay.
I did not do this. I love him. Love him. We were.
I love him. I love him. Okay. There's no way I would have did it because I fucking love him.
Talking about how much, like, we're our people. We finally found home.
Yeah.
Finally found home.
Oh.
Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
We finally
I know,
found
I don't
home.
know, I don't know.
Heather had made similar protestations when the first officers arrived at her house.
No, it's our normal procedure, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of warn you ahead of time. They're gonna probably select your shirt and take pictures of you and your hands. Just because
I didn't do anything.
It's okay. It's just procedure.
Well, let me step out for a second, and I'll be right back. Let me talk to my supervisor and see what they think. Okay.
In Tyler's
Welcome,
interview, he
Radiant
begins to
Baby.
share some of the doubts playing on his mind.
My mom was just broken. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. She said she feels guilty. That's what she says. She feels guilty.
What did you ask her when she said
So
that?
thank you,
She
Killer
just said it
Court,
got
for the
to you.
prime.
Why does she feel guilty? You didn't ask her why she felt guilty?
I did, and I was like, well, Mom, I was like, if you feel guilty, bro, then just tell me you feel guilty. You know, it's not like she did anything.
Hate to break it to you, bud.
Yeah.
I hate
That's
to
what she
break it
said.
to you.
She said that while we were in that room, all three of us together. I think she probably feels guilty because she didn't catch on to, like, if he was feeling some type of way. You know what I mean?
The detective returns to speak with Heather, this time ready for a confrontation.
Well, howdy again, partner.
Howdy. Okay, so a couple of things I didn't ask
I
before.
think he
too,
knows
just trying
and
to
is in
think of
denial.
things.
I
don't leave
mean,
anything
I feel like anybody would be in denial in this situation.
Now-
You know?
How come you didn't just go to bed with him and lay down and like look at do your social media and Facebook there in the bed? How come you didn't go to bed with him?
Well, because I have ruined many pairs of glasses laying down on my phone or reading a book.
What kind of excuse is that? What?
And I just got these.
Okay.
Huh? What do you mean?
I just really wasn't ready to go to bed.
Okay.
How's that for an answer?
Okay.
Earlier, Heather had an entirely different explanation about why she didn't get into bed with Robert.
On the sofa. Yeah, because he peed. Sorry.
He peed in the bed.
Yes.
Is that normal for him?
No.
No.
I was mad.
She's really bad at lying.
Sorry, bad words. Truth comes out. I ain't laying in the piss bed.
The detective then returns to the details of the timeline.
So explain to me. So you said you cleaned him up.
Yeah. Well, I remember I took his shirt off.
Oh, so he peed before he died and you weren't concerned? No, I think he just peed after. You know, postpartum because he was pregnant and his water broke. And I think, you know.
I cleaned. They didn't, you know.
What was he saying at this point when you cleaned him up?
He wasn't saying anything.
But he was awake?
More or less. I mean,
Ghost
What do you
pee?
mean, more or less?
was he completely coherent? No. If that's what you're asking.
Okay. Were you concerned about that?
Well, he was asleep. You know what I mean?
Once again,
Postpartum,
Heather's
postmortem,
initial
same
statement
diff,
comes
yeah.
back to haunt her.
Had he been asleep prior to saying anything, or is he kind of awake still?
He was awake.
Heather also clarifies that she'd used a washcloth to clean Robert's wounds, and the investigators soon discover it at the scene.
There is a washcloth in here, but there's not very much. There's not a lot of blood on it.
Well, it doesn't look like. I mean, this is not an absorbent.
No.
The detective's questioning then takes a turn.
What all is on those computers? You gaming? What else might be on there?
Dude, why is she so fucking Creepy.
Oh yeah, there's gaming. You'll find some pictures
Like, what are we talking about?
What does that mean?
of us.
Like, what do you mean? You have to explain that to me. Are we talking like naked pictures?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Ew. Ew. Aren't you guys a little bit old to be like taking nudes?
Were you guys both into that type of thing?
Only with each other,
Okay.
obviously.
What types of things are we going to see on there?
I don't want to know.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, we're adults. You can tell me. I'm like, what are you guys into? Like, what are you guys?
You'll just see pictures of us, and you'll see a couple videos, and because he likes to watch.
Okay.
Oh. That's okay.
Liked, I should say.
Okay. I mean, were you guys into like any type like of like BDSM or anything like that type of stuff?
No, but you'll find out in the top drawer of my room.
Like what?
God damn!
What type of stuff?
You guys are freaky.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about with like BDSM and all that stuff. You guys didn't like to tie each other up or hurt each other or anything like that? That wasn't your thing? Your guys' thing? His thing or your thing?
It wasn't his thing.
Okay. Your thing?
Years and years and years and years and years and years ago.
A similar discussion comes up in Tyler's interview.
He's
God forbid a woman have hobbies. Yeah, I know, right?
complained about her sexual habits.
Is it too much for him?
Yeah, because sometimes my mom's been, since she's been 17, she's had kids. You know what I mean? So she's been in control of everything. So she likes to be the one being controlled.
Why do you know that about your own mom? Why do you know those specifics about your mom's sexual endeavors? That is, ew. Gross.
And he's like, no, So he's talked to me about that, but.
Why? Why has he talked to you about that?
Where like they hurt each other or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't think that they hurt each other sexually. Like, I know they get tied up.
You started.
Why do you know that? You should not know that about your parents, my guy. And he's so calm about it. Why would you share that with your child?
A little bit about it. So I was like, I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah, no. But not anything different than a normal BDSM type of person,
The detective with Heather then tries to understand her temperament.
Well, when you get pissed, do you just yell at him or do you become physical?
I'm not a physical person.
Okay.
I am not a physical person.
It's never gotten physical between you and your husband?
Nope.
That you can remember?
It's never gotten physical between us.
What about with you and Tyler? Anything ever gotten physical?
Oh, Tyler and I?
Uh-huh.
We're two peas in a pod.
Uh-huh.
You know.
So what does that mean? You mean you've never gotten a fight with Tyler at all, or?
Oh, when he was younger.
Uh-huh. What about since he's moved back with you?
No.
No?
I mean, we have argued a few times because, he'll wake up and he'll be in a bad mood or whatever, and then he'll take it out on everybody, and I won't even have my coffee yet. I'll tell him to just shut up, just shut up.
Yeah. Have you ever punched him?
No.
Did you ever hit you or anything like that?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Recently, as a 30-year-old? Yeah. She's pretty feisty woman for her small height, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let's just say when I was a kid and they were like, I would get in trouble in school. Who are you calling, your dad or your mom? Call my dad. Every single time.
Usually it's the other way around. Let's call my mom.
God damn.
Yeah, because the other day we got, because Robert would be like, we're going to do this as a family. And then it wouldn't happen. And I'd be like, come on, bro, don't be telling my son you're going to do something with him and not do it. And then my mom got mad at me and I was like, well, you guys stopped the whole world to go to his mom's house but you guys can't take an hour to hang out with my son. And she got mad, and then, like, she hit me.
How? Well, I'm close fist.
God
How long ago was
damn.
this?
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It seems Tyler has a lot on his mind.
Wait a second. I thought she said she wasn't a physical person. Wait, is she lying?
And this conversation triggers him to share some of his thoughts.
Why not? Okay. This is what got me hella confused. Okay? If I was you, I'd be like, what the you know? How would you clean him up? Why the would you do that? You know?
Oh, shit.
Leave everything there. You know what I mean? Leave it how it is. I mean, that's one thing I think is kind of little.
Oh, shit.
That's what I think is
Maybe a little sketched out on your mom right now? It is a stay between us. I mean, just be honest with you. No.
Honestly.
Dude, he's that scared. He's that scared of his mom. Dude, that is some childhood trauma right there if I've ever seen it.
I don't know. I don't think he stabbed himself. I think that's, you know, but honestly, I don't know what happened because they were both pretty drunk last night. Because I know when my mom gets really drunk, she's like, I love you, son. Oh, I love you so much. And I'm like,
the feelings come out.
I'm like, all right, Mom, you're feeling it. You're feeling it.
Earlier, Heather had claimed that both she and Robert only had one drink, yet Tyler's interview has once again contradicted her.
Did you have more than that to drink?
The trauma this man probably has.
To be honest,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense that he knows his mom's sexual preferences and history, and also gets beat. Like, he probably has had a rough childhood. I'll say that much.
So how much did you guys have to drink that night?
I don't know how much he had to drink. I had 2 drinks.
Okay, 2 drinks.
2
you
bottles?
mentioned earlier was gin and
2 bottles?
Ginger ale.
Gin and ginger ale, yeah.
Is that what you had before too?
Yeah.
What does he like to drink?
Well, he'll drink it like this and then chase it with soda.
So you guys been together pretty much over a year, about a year or so.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell when he's been drinking?
Oh yeah.
You know, when he's drunk or hit that kind of that threshold? Was he at that threshold last night? Was he drunk?
Yeah.
Okay. How come you didn't tell me this before?
It's not something I'm proud of.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having drinks and getting a little silly, you know, every once in a while, getting drunk every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless it's a problem. Is this a problem?
No.
Okay.
A pint of gin and a
Do you
splash
guys
of
drink
ginger ale?
heavily on a regular basis or just on an occasional basis?
Occasional.
And last night was one of those occasions?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you talk about your mom, you paint her out to be like this very sweet, loving person who's just like right now's a good example where you're like, listen, son, you know, press for cash, we gotta make it last, can you do 3 days? But then, like, I guess if you catch her at a bad time, she's just like, flips the script just like that. Is that how it really is, or?
Yeah.
While
Dude,
the interviews have been taking place,
He looks genuinely terrified of his mother. Like that he has the look of pure fear in his eyes whenever he mentions like the bad side of his mom.
Is that how it really is, or?
Yeah.
while the interviews have
That's
been taking
awful,
place,
dude.
a key piece of information was uncovered, and the detective now decides to show his hand.
So, there's something I haven't told you. Okay, I'm going to tell you now. But we spoke to some of your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
They actually heard yelling. They heard a male and a female's voice yelling from your house early in the morning. How do you explain that?
I don't remember yelling.
Okay, but you all said that you never argue.
We don't argue.
We don't argue. Okay.
Okay. So
no
who's yelling
one doesn't argue. Everybody
I don't
argues,
know.
no matter who
Because
you are.
if Tyler and Lizzie went to bed at 8:30, 9:30
But if we were
o'clock,
yelling, they would have heard it. Tyler and Lizzie would have heard it.
Tyler says he sleeps like the dead when he's in there.
And Lizzie would have heard it.
If we were yelling, they would have heard it.
Heather is right, and for once, Tyler doesn't dispute her claim.
I didn't hear anything. I was asleep.
Investigators were able to contact the neighbor who shared exactly what they'd heard.
Well, I'm not too entirely sure. It was like, I think around 4 or 3 maybe, early in the morning at some time. I didn't look at the clock or anything, but I heard yelling. Oh, it didn't sound like a violent yelling. It just seemed like it was yelling like someone enjoying their time or something like that.
Do you know, did it sound like a male's voice or a female's voice or both on the yelling?
Probably both.
While it's clear many elements of this case aren't adding up, Tyler's questioning comes to an end, and he's joined by Elizabeth. Whether or not Tyler is aware that he's still being recorded is unclear, but he soon makes some of his most interesting statements.
I guess when you come over there, my mom said that she felt guilty.
I'm violent. Mom, what do you mean by violent? Has she assaulted you? I don't know. So you're lying to me. And then I was like, well, honestly, like 2 weeks ago, he did. He was like, all right, what was it about? And I was like, well, I was getting frustrated about, like they say, oh, we're going to spend time with the kids.
The son's GF is also a brand new mom, so she probably was asleep too. Yeah, true.
Listen, it never happened. So I told him, you guys are lying to my kids. And then she started hitting me, and he was like, all right, I guess the neighbors. Last night I heard yelling at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, niggas all like, let's go outside. I was like, all right.
How did you shoot?
He pulled over there and he's like, I'm gonna kill her right now. Did you stab him? No. I was in the room all night.
Yeah. Well, they asked me. They asked me if you had gone out in the middle of the night and was into me. Took his meds, he was asleep. I had to wake him up to drug baby.
And he was like, why did she feel guilty? Why? He's like, here's another question I have to ask you. Who cleaned up the body? I was like, my mom said she cleaned him up. Like, why would she do that?
She's the imposter.
This
Vote
detail
her out.
hasn't escaped the attention of detectives either.
I guess I'm a little concerned with the part where you cleaned him up. If you didn't have anything to do with his injuries, why are you cleaning him up?
Because I wanted to look at them. I wanted to see
They
them.
both aren't covering for her.
Does that
Yeah,
make
I
sense?
appreciate that
It
element.
does, and so when you clean him up,
I feel like a lot of people are ride or die for family, but I mean, you know, there's a limit.
according to your statement, you didn't think they were that bad, but there was still blood coming out of them.
Just like a little. It wasn't like blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys saw the bed. There's not a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Heather has admitted that she looked closely at Robert's wounds while cleaning him, and it was while taking a closer look at Robert's injuries that the first officers on the scene realized something was wrong.
Damn it.
Got the puncture. Got the puncture. Got the puncture.
Oh, man.
Oh, it stabbed themselves 3 times, though. That's what's got me. Like, what the?
So, Dan, I'm talking to Dan.
I jump ship when it's a truly evil thing they did. Dude, even when it's a remotely bad thing, dude, I'm jumping ship. But I mean, I guess my situation's different.
Nothing else. Just go and stab himself right here. She's acting really weird about it too. Why would you say you feel guilty, dude? If you didn't do anything, you shouldn't even have that feeling. But nothing's adding up. It's like weird to me. How did the knife get put back? Exactly.
Yeah, they're both sussing her out real quick.
Honestly, I just want to know. I want to know what happened to him.
I do too.
I think you do know. Honestly, I think you know what
I
happened.
didn't do this.
And if you do know what happened, let's just hear me out. I think you know what happened, and
I did not do this. I did not see this happen. I did not do this. I'm not a bad person. I'm not.
I'm not a bad person. That's the phrase you're gonna choose.
It doesn't make sense.
He's 6'3".
Mhm.
How would I be able to hurt him like that?
I don't know. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Everything I've seen, it's from what I'm seeing, I don't think this is self-inflicted.
You think I did this?
I haven't come out and said that to you.
Okay.
But if he didn't do it to himself, somebody did.
The I'm
there's not
small
very many
defense.
people in that.
Yeah, I'm just a small bean. I couldn't have done it. I'm just such a good person. I would never.
House that
Right.
would be capable of doing this.
Right.
Or would have reason to.
Right.
Okay? So that's what I'm trying to understand.
Mom's a cop, I'd be right, bro. Sorry, dude, but I'm gonna have to take you to jail to figure all this out. You know?
Heather's questioning soon comes to an end, but before she's reunited with Tyler, the two exchange text messages.
Uh-oh.
Tyler asks, "Mama, did you do anything?" Heather replies, "I didn't." And Tyler, "Do you really think this is something I would do?" Tyler answers, "I don't think so, but I'm not the detective."
Oh,
resulting
shit.
in Heather's reply, "I didn't do this, Tyler." Heather's phone would eventually prove to be a turning point in this distressing case. Heather, Tyler, and Elizabeth were released from the police station, but not allowed to return home until the investigators finished their search.
Yeah, so just some really, really odd circumstances and information.
She's saying it's suicide, yet she stabbed himself, and it's just nothing's adding up. I don't know.
Well, my big thing, okay, if he did, then the knife would still be in there. Why is it in here?
Yeah.
My thing is, why are you going to choose a steak knife when you have so many options for knives right in your room? I mean, this right here would be just as good as any steak knife.
Yeah.
Why is there a bunch of knives?
It's like a
in the
samurai
room?
sword? Oh. That's like a Spartan sword.
God damn.
Gun is in here, which is right up on top of there.
That's what she said. So this is my thing too, is right. If you're gonna commit suicide,
Yeah, there it is. That's what I was
then choose
saying.
a firearm instead of a.
That's what I was
Or
saying.
firearm or pills.
Mm-hmm.
And he had options for both.
There's tons of knives in here.
I don't get a real medieval feel from him.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. There's a sword back here.
Yeah, but like...
It's pretty pointy. I took that thing out. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this now, since everybody's recording. If you ever find me with multiple stab wounds in my chest, I didn't do it myself.
What?
And I don't know. This is just weird.
It's too weird.
Wait. Is he reading that from something?
I don't know. I mean, there's
I don't know. There's a sword back here.
Yeah, but like...
It's pretty pointy. I took that thing out. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this now, since everybody's recording. If you ever find me with multiple stab wounds in my chest, I didn't do it myself.
No. Why? Why is he saying that? Why is he randomly saying?
What?
And I don't know. This
Is saying it about himself? That's fucking weird.
is just weird.
It's too weird.
Oh, is he just making a joke? Oh, okay.
There's something not right.
Once the search was concluded, an officer called Heather to inform her that she could return home.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I can't, like I said, I can't give you any advice at this point, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Do I just wait? Do I just wait?
As far as what do you mean? Wait for what?
To hear from you guys? Do I?
Yes.
Like
I
an
mean,
inappropriate time to say that. Well, I think what he's trying to say is that she's guilty. I think in a roundabout way, he's saying that it's like no one's gonna stab themselves in the chest to kill themselves. You know what I mean?
You'll hear from us.
It's kind of a bad joke.
OMI will probably get a hold of you eventually too, concerning making arrangements for the body. But that's about it from here out, ma'am.
While the officer may not have known it at the time, this wouldn't be it for the case.
So tomorrow I need to look into an attorney.
That's up to you. That's like I said. That's completely up to you. I can't make any.
I know.
Recommend.
I know you can't.
Recommendations.
I just, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Following this call, Heather was allowed to return
Roundabout?
home, and for years there were no developments in Robert's case. That is,
Years?
until April 1st.
What? I'm sorry. Years? Excuse me? This was the most obvious case ever.
1st, 2025, almost 5 years after Robert's death.
Yo, she lived free for 5 years?
Officers find themselves waiting outside the school where Heather worked.
What? Yo, she's getting arrested at the school. That's hilarious.
So I'm going to grab your stuff from you, okay? You have an arrest.
Put your hands behind your back, Heather.
What do I have a warrant for?
For homicide. You have the right to remain silent. Any statements made by you may be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. Not a Florida attorney. One will be appointed.
Yeah, and she continued to teach children for 5 years, bro. Holy.
Present you free of charge. You have a right to consult an attorney.
Can I call my mom real quick?
Yeah, hold on. You have the right to consult an attorney before any questions are asked.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
She looks completely different? Yeah, she does. Because she grew out her hair.
Once again, Heather's phone revealed more than she'd been willing to share. Despite her claim that the couple never fought, video footage was found from November 23, 2020, 6 days before Robert's death. Heather had been recording an argument between her and Robert over Robert's ex-wife, where he can be heard saying, "You, and you just want to be mean and stupid."
You guys really had to arrest me right in front of the kids that I work with.
Well,
come on.
We waited until the school got out, Mary.
No, but I still have kids in the cafeteria.
Oh,
would you like to stand on the other side of this car?
Everyone's going to know you're a murderer, so it doesn't matter.
Despite being arrested, Heather manages to keep up a friendly attitude while waiting to be transported.
Could somebody the glasses up a little bit? Thanks.
That's good?
Oh, God, she's such a fucking horrible person. I hate her so much.
So just animals in your house,
Yes.
that's it?
Oh,
Okay.
and I have to pee. Of course I do.
Her humor doesn't
Please.
last for too long, however.
I cannot
once
believe it
she's
took
placed
5
in
years.
the back of a police vehicle.
Please don't let them plaster my face on Facebook, please.
Oh, girl, your face is being plastered everywhere.
You know what I mean?
No, unfortunately, I know exactly what you mean. And I wish they would stop doing that. I really,
Well,
really do.
mine is because of
sorry.
My profession, you know?
Girl, you ain't having a profession after this.
I couldn't believe they grabbed me right here in front of my job.
In her interview, Sonia also shared some reasons why it may have taken so long for there to be any developments in Robert's case.
We have a single lab in the state of New Mexico to process evidence, and so everything they did was on a slow.
Are you kidding me? The reason it took 5 years is because they have one lab?
Scale.
That is
It took months
ridiculous.
for things to be processed. It just kind of got put on the back burner, I guess.
Other than this, how's your night going?
Put on the back burner. It's a homicide.
Fine. It was good. It was actually great. I have the best job. I live my best life.
Robert's cause of death was ruled to be 3 stab wounds to the chest, but the manner of death was undetermined. The pathologist listed that he had minor blunt force injuries on his head and neck, including an abrasion and underlying hemorrhage on his forehead, an abraded contusion on his abdomen, and a few contusions and abrasions on his arms. His post-mortem blood alcohol level was 0.084, which is the blood alcohol limit for driving in New Mexico. The steak knife was also tested, but no blood was found. However, Robert's DNA was present on the blade.
So, Ms. Fernandez, you've been advised of your rights.
Correct.
Do you know why you're here?
Just no.
Okay. So, the last time you and I talked was back in 2020. This has to do with your husband,
Yes.
Robert.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she also gained weight. I think that's what it is, too.
So, we've completed our investigation. It took some time because we had a lot to process. But our investigation, from what we have, we know what happened, okay? And this is your opportunity to tell us the truth about what happened, okay? Because what you told me last time, none of the evidence that we processed matches with what you're telling us.
You're caught, girl.
So I know what happened to Robert. I just don't know why it happened to him. This is your time to tell me why.
I'm gonna need an attorney.
Okay. All right.
Pussy!
We'll get you up to the
pussy
jail then.
Can I please use my phone real quick to call my boss?
Fucking
and my
pussy!
Yeah, let me find out. Let me make sure that we're gonna be able to do that. Give me a minute.
You know,
I'll be right back. Just hang out.
The autopsy also revealed that the 2 stab wounds to Robert's right chest entered the chest cavity and punctured his right lung, resulting in a collection of air around the lung. He also had 1 stab wound on his left chest, which punctured his left lung and lacerated the coronary artery of his heart. This injury resulted in approximately 3 liters of blood collecting in his chest cavity and explains the lack of blood found at the scene.
Oh, ew!
Both of the wounds to his chest resulted in collapsed lungs. According to police documents, it would be
that is such a painful way to go.
Almost impossible for Robert to have injured himself to the point of puncturing both lungs and severing a coronary artery, and then proceed to eat pie with Heather. As well, the pathologist stated that it wasn't likely for his death to occur over hours, and estimated that it was more likely to have been within minutes to hours. As well, according to police documents, when Heather initially called 911, she told the dispatcher that, quote, he got mad, though she never explained this statement further.
Okay, you ready?
What a fucking disgusting person, dude.
Well, ready to get out of here at least? Bye.
Heather was charged with second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. After her arrest, she was released on a personal recognizance bond while awaiting trial. At the time of this video, there's been no conviction or sentencing in this case. If you'd like to see select new videos early...
I hate when that happens! I wonder if there's any students in the comments. Please don't allow them to plaster my face on Facebook? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I thought this was gonna have to be with like she was gonna kill a 3rd grader or something. Son seems like such a good dude, taking it seriously, but also crass. Yeah. The way she is hysterically crying and then switches it off. Yeah, I know. That's crazy. 5 years? 5 years? Dude, I wanted to see how how the son felt. You know what I mean? I wanted to see the son's reaction to finding out that his mom actually did it.